morning and welcome to the channel. We're back on another photographic adventure with the one and only Pops.
Good morning.
So we've decided to drive over to Brockholes, which is near Preston. I've never been here before. My dad's been once before but didn't actually take any photographs because he didn't really see a lot. Hopefully we're coming to perhaps a chance to see a kingfisher. This is obviously the area where the belted kingfisher has been reportedly seen, although it's not been sighted since the last storm, since Storm Eunice came through. I don't think there's been any sightings, so you never know. But I've never been to Brockholes before. I like coming to a new area. You know, it's something completely different. It adds a little bit of excitement to your adventure. So come along with us for the journey and we'll see what we can see. So we've arrived. I have to say, just walking in, how exciting was it when you can see brown hare. We've seen kestrel, we've seen carrion crow, we've already seen plenty of wildlife. There's a mist hanging over the water which looks absolutely spectacular. This is going to be a good day, I can feel it. The light is looking incredible. I'm excited, I'm very excited. Let's go. Right Pops, the sun's coming up, the light's looking fantastic. What are we hoping for?
Well, I'm told that there are bittern, I'm told that there are otters, I'm told that there are kestrels, and I was told all this on Tuesday last week and I never saw any of them. So that's what I'm hoping for. We'll see, whatever comes our way.
A bit like last weekend when I was on Bempton Cliffs on Flamborough Head, we're being treated to yet another spectacular sunrise. The sky is all illuminated in various shades of orange, but we just can't quite see it the same. But on a plus side, it's nowhere near as cold. It was far too cold last weekend. So we're going to get off now, we're going to set off on our walk and see what we can see. So come along for the journey. Spectacular. That's the word I would use for Brockholes. It is just spectacular. So from what I understand, it's an old abandoned quarry which the Wildlife Trust have taken over, and they have rewilded it. And obviously what was the quarry has been filled in to be like gravel pits. And it's nature abundant. We've got reed beds everywhere. And the light is spectacular. It just looks absolutely spectacular. So I'm going to put this down now. I'm going to get my binoculars out, see what I can see, and hopefully get you a few photographs.
Yeah, one of the things that I often find with a nature reserve like this is that it can be quite frustrating for a photographer because, quite rightly, you kept quite a distance away from the wildlife, so you don't get that intimacy that you can with, you know, lots of other places that we go to. But as a wildlife enthusiast, this is just a piece of heaven. It's beautiful.
There's a reed bunting going through there. You see it?
I can see it, yeah.
In fact, there's two of them, there's a pair.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you mean. It is that, isn't it? When you come to wildlife reserves, the focus is not on photography, the focus is on the wildlife, and like you say, rightly so.
Rightly so, yeah.
But I always find that I'm a little frustrated that I'm just that bit too far from what we're trying to photograph.
Yeah.
And that's been the same every single nature reserve I've been to. You know, even the hides and things like that, they're great, and you can see wonderful things through your binoculars or a telescope if that's what you're into, but to actually get photographs, they're just that little bit too far, aren't they?
They are, yeah. You don't get that intimacy that you crave as a photographer. But fortunately, we're wildlife enthusiasts first, photographers second.
Yeah. That lapwing going across the water is fantastic.
Isn't it just?
Yeah. Look at it go.
Yeah.
I love the way they twist and turn. It's
they're so agile.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love the call of a lapwing.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
So we're walking down the lake that's got the lookout on it, the opposite lake to the lake with the floating village. And every now and again there is an opportunity to come up from the path and look back at the lake that we're on the other side of the road. And it's just spectacular. Let me show you this. Oh. So what we've got here is we're in one of the custom built hides here. They're all metal. And across the water, just coming into the light, we've got some lapwing, which I'll be able to show you on camera. And as they're right on the water's edge, they're creating some nice reflections. So we're just trying to get some reflection shots. And in amongst them, dotted in amongst them, we've also got some oyster catcher. There's an oyster catcher there. Oh, that's nice. He's having a sleep. So we've got oyster catcher, and they're all the lapwings. And the lapwings are creating just some absolutely delightful little reflections on the water. And there's this very limited wind, and the water's quite still. They look quite spectacular. So my dad's using the Z9, I'm using the D500. Oh, we've got some birds flying across that, it's quite pretty. Oh. And my camera does about 10 frames a second, and my dad's is shooting at 20 frames a second, and he's taking thousands. I can hear him. A widgeon, that's what it is, Dad, a widgeon. A widgeon. Oh, this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we're just walking along the path, beautiful path, lined with what I think are probably birch trees, and they've been trained to lean over the path. And up on the banking at the side of us was a male roe deer, beautiful, beautiful deer. My dad managed to get some photographs, which, if he lets me, I'll put one up on the screen so you can see it.
Absolutely.
And it just highlighted the difference between the smaller lens and the bigger lens. You know, people will talk about the differences and the advantages and disadvantages. And the PF lens just gives you that portability. You know, my dad carries it on a strap, a black rapid strap, on his hip, sees an animal, birds, the camera's lifted immediately, photographs are taken. Now I can do that with the big lens if I carry it. But I tend to carry it on a tripod, as you can see, and that means putting the tripod down, getting yourself in a position to take the photograph, and as a result you do miss some of the photographs. So it swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Certainly is.
If I photograph nothing else today, I'll be an happy man. This kestrel has sat in the branch now for some time. It's been preening. Incredible. It really is a spectacle to be seen when you can see a wild raptor, a wild bird of prey that is just happy in your company, and he's confident enough to be preening and allowing us to take all manner of photographs and video. I hope I'll put my teeth back in. I hope you are enjoying this every bit as much as we are, because it is fantastic. So as we often do whenever we're walking through woods, and my dad always brings some seed with him, we've set up a few little perches, and we're just going to photograph some little songbirds, some little woodland songbirds. So there are blue tits, there are great tits, robin, chaffinches, long-tailed tits coming in and taking the seed. So we just set up some perches and hopefully going to get some photographs of those. So I'll get some video along the way, and I'll show you exactly what it is that we're photographing. So we've been on this spot now for probably about 20 minutes, and we're gonna move off in a moment. But just goes to show that if you're in woods and people are regularly feeding birds with a very little amount of time, you can bring the birds into perches that you want them to be on, and from that you can get some quite nice shots, because you can control your background, you can control where they're coming in, and it just means that you get something that's quite pleasant. So I'll put some of the pictures that we've got up on the screen. But it is getting quite busy now, so we'll probably move off in a minute. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, it's been pretty incredible, hasn't it?
Oh, I love these, the little bits of water you've got in there.
Yeah.
You get some amazing shots on something like that.
You will do, won't you? Because
like a reflection.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing. You hear lots more than what you actually see here.
Yeah, I can see that. So I haven't got here for about 6:30. It's now 11:15, and the wildlife reserve has got busy enough for us to warrant us not being here anymore. It's far too busy now to be capturing anything unique with the wildlife because of how busy it is. So we've come to the end. What kind of a day do you think we've had, Dad?
It's just been amazing. I mean, how different 2 days could be. I was here on Tuesday, same kind of weather, but I got here about 9:45 in the morning, so obviously there was people here already, and it just nothing around. But today has been sublime, absolutely sublime. Loved it. I'll be back. And obviously the answer is be early in the morning.
Yeah, definitely. I think being here early, being here first thing, makes such a difference in what you can see, doesn't it?
Without a doubt.
So, as always, if you've enjoyed it, please click like. If you've really enjoyed it and you want to see more, please click subscribe. It does wonders for the channel and I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching us in this video, and until next time, ta-ra.
Ta-da!